Thanks to the Twitch homies. Yeah, I guess so.
No, it's good. All right, yeah, we're good. I think it's good. I think it's fine. Are we back?
It's not live on Twitch?
We're live on Twitch, but we lost it on YouTube. So we'll give it some time for everyone to kind of come back in on the YouTube.
I don't see it live on Twitch.
Okay.
Not on my end. There it is.
All right, we're coming back. We're live. You know how it is sometimes. The freaking stream just died. Maybe when maybe you know what it is? They couldn't handle that nonstop GOAT format action is what it was. They couldn't handle the unadulterated violence that is happening on these dueling grounds, and they just had to cut it. That's probably what it is. I think that's what it is. So This is okay. The dueling book. We'll say the dueling
on the dueling book.
The dueling book. The violence that is taking place here on dueling.
Again, apologies for that. We kind of missed the end of the match. Lucas winning in the end there. We're going into game 3 now.
Yeah, that was we'll give some time for everyone to try to jump back into this stream. We do apologize deeply. I don't know what it was. All right.
Yeah, thanks everybody for sticking around.
Yeah,
we are back live and alive here.
Everyone's gonna make their way back to the new stream, the better stream, the best stream. Okay, so we got Lucas G going, drawing and just thinking about how he wants to engage with this set monster on the Shaggy side.
An attack into it.
So Lewis is saying that MI6 had to shut it down because of my English impression. That's probably what it was. They heard my accent. They were like, "Wait a minute, this guy's clearly working for the enemy, so we got to get him out of here."
For sure.
That's probably what happened. All right, so we're gonna set one over. DD Worley is gonna get the rat. That's a nice use of a DD Worley. I think that's fair. But these boys are back. The boys are back in town.
The boys are back in town.
They're here.
There's nothing thin about these Lizzies, though. These are some thick boys.
They are back, and that 23 is so beefy. That is a thick 23 that you just gotta what are you gonna do? You gotta eat it. So it's gonna dust tornado or ripping off the ring of destruction. That's another 2300 that was missed out on. And a Ninja Grandmaster's coming out. So Ninja Grandmaster's going to go ahead and clear those goblins. That's an easy +1 for the red corner. Shaggy's going to go ahead and draw. Yeah, Shaggy is doing that correctly. So if you notice, he waits to the end of the battle phase, the end of that battle phase to switch those guys to defense. If you do that early, your battle phase can just end. If you get a rule shark kind of thing in there, it's gonna end bad for you. So
yeah, don't want to make that mistake.
Yep. So be careful with those goblins if you're playing those guys out there.
Here's another. Here's another one.
Here's another one.
Just throwing them at it.
DJ Khaled Masochist, another one.
Another one. But has the Gigantes on top of it. So, right, so walk over with Gigantes first.
Oh, that might be it. Is that game?
You just killed them.
Oof. I think that's 23. Yep, that's yep.
That's enough.
Yep. That's enough. Yep. Okay. All right. And just like that.
What a bully.
Man. Shaggy is going on to 5-1 in a nice pace. That was fast. That was quick. That Earth deck's crazy.
That snatch steal really just stole Lucas's lunch money. He just took it right from him. Just socked him in the face, and you're not having a sandwich today.
Let me go ahead and take that. Let me go ahead and take that from you real quick. So we're going to jump over to Slash Tap and Alvarado. Let me get my... Okay. All right. And I'm in. Just like that, I am in the blue corner. We have Slash Tap probably playing Chaos Turbo, and Alvarado. We saw him earlier playing Chaos Turbo. So we got another Chaos Turbo mirror with Alvarado being up a game currently and seem to be up in cards here. Checking both players' graveyards. We got a nice bit of Trinity for the red corner has already been used. And we have 3 Thunder Dragons. Graveyard set up, light and dark. No Trinity for the blue corner. Mind Control's coming down, taking over the mind of the set, which is the Magician of Faith. Hate to see it. Hate to see it.
What a great pickup for Alvarado.
Oh, man. If you're the blue corner, you are absolutely sick. Okay, so let's see how he breaks it down. You are sick if you are. So Magician of Faith is going to flip. What are we taking here, Matt? What would you grab? You got a lot of. He's going for the Graceful Charity.
Just getting greedy with it.
I mean,
gotta see a lot of cards.
Duo would have been a pretty decent choice there as well, because you can just rip the rest of it out and just kind of. Oh, I didn't realize life is low, so BLS doing that will kind of finish you. So that is something that maybe Alvarado is thinking about. Dope player all around. So pitching that Sinister Serpent, pitching the Night Assailant, getting more advantage. Does have a Night Assailant loop that is underweight. So wow, that is a full super graceful charity, as I call those, trying to patent pending. Mega graceful.
Mega graceful even.
Is a large graceful charity. And then we're going to come down with the Chaos Sorcerer in defense mode. So we're probably just going to banish this light monster Magician of Faith out of here, so to prevent Tsukiyomi. As we wait, more people should be coming back in. So if you know, if you got friends and family and anyone watching the stream that missed it or got dropped off, make sure you reach out to them on Discord and let them know that the stream is back up and live. We do appreciate it. Because, we don't want people to miss this high intensity go format action. People just getting crazy with it. All right. Okay. We got one more round of Swiss after this.
So many more cards to work with here. It's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, this is the game. Sometimes we did catch Alvarado on the stream earlier, and he was on the other side of that spectrum where you can just go straight to Browntown, get nothing going, discard all your chaos, and die that way. Or sometimes you get a lot of Trinity and you get it rocking, and you just dogpile on your opponent that way too. So it's best of it's how it goes sometimes. Okay.
Big heavy storm now.
Huge heavy has landed. Let's see how and Magician of Faith has flipped. Okay,
so my.
This is just getting out
so much.
of control.
I mean, Alvarado could deal 84 here. Like very, very realistically.
It's possible.
He's seen so many more cards in his deck than Johnny has.
It is possible, but you never know. You never know. Anything can happen. I will continue to say that because I've played enough GOAT format Yu-Gi-Oh to see that wild things can take place. You can be up a billion, and then sometimes it happens. So it can definitely occur that way. So we're gonna pitch.
If Johnny doesn't, if Johnny lives somehow, I mean, he could mount a comeback if it's like exactly BLS and like ring or something. Like maybe he needs like a pot of green mixed in there.
Oh, and then this is happening. Oh no.
But
what do you mean? No. He's so he brings out the Tsukiyomi.
Yeah,
he's gonna reset that Magician of Faith. Flip the face down and just get reset that. That is that's.
Alvarado just drew a bunch of cards this turn and just like still didn't find anything to close the game out. I mean, he's down in life and still has to deal a lot more than 8,000. I mean, 400 more than 8,000 is not too much, but
no, that so he got the faith down. That faith it was banished. So he banished Slash Tap's faith with the Chaos Sorcerer, and now we're gonna Wing Blast
with tempo. Really powerful in this position.
Oh man, maybe he's got the back to square one, and he's just gonna scoop it on up. Slash Tap has seen enough. He's like,
all the writing on the wall.
I am not about to sit here and play that.
Life points didn't matter. Just knew they were out of the duel.
Yep, that's just All right, looks like we're going to take this party train over to see what John Wick is doing. Okay, let's see if I can get in here, see where they're at. John Wick versus Mojo Sam. Mojo Sam, I don't know a lot about this duelist. I don't know a lot about this user. I don't know what they got going on. Let's see.
Yeah, so Mojo Sam, one of the duelists here who got their invite through the GOAT Grand Prix circuit, top 8'd GOAT Grand Prix in Milan, and also got finished in the I think he top 8'd in the Swiss GOAT Grand Prix as well.
Oh wow. Very cool. I like to see that. I like to see the IRL players getting into the online scene and the online scene kind of getting into the IRL game as well. I think a little cross pollination is always cool because there are things that are good online that aren't necessarily good IRL and vice versa. So I like seeing that, making a pretty nice run in this event as well. We got this Alone and Unafraid BLS on the board, just hanging tough.
John Wick threw a Stork out, it got solemned, and then followed up with the Blackluster Soldier to banish Mojo Sam's Blackluster Soldier. So it's stuck. It's around here. John Wick could maybe try to attack in, but might be running into something like Sakuretsu Armor potentially. Maybe a Mirror Force. Mirror Force is gone apparently, so not going to be running into that. This guy might be sticking because there's no lights and darks in the graveyard for Mojo Sam. But
he's punching in. In. That 3000 is beefy.
Yeah, no monsters to block and attack here. Again, needs like Regeki Break here. I don't think Wing Blast does it because John Wick can just wait a turn and discard the Thunder Dragon that's in the hand still.
Oh,
and then a Delinquent Duo.
The rare and indigenous main phase 2 Delinquent Duo is coming down, and we're going to see if we can get some rips out of here. What are we going to grab? What are we getting here? We're going to keep rolling. We're going to roll for a 2. 2 is going to take probably that middle card, and it is Thunder Dragon.
Double Thunder Dragon.
Double Thunder. Still no set spell trap protection for this BLS. He is out there alone and unafraid.
Yes, that steal would be really big here for Mojo Sam.
It is the Nobleman of Crossout. So you got that's for the Faith, which is pretty huge if you're Mojo Sam. Not getting even further behind, but you got
no more saves left in the deck.
You must do something about this BLS. It is imminent on the field.
Well, nothing's being done with it right away, but gonna take the
There it is. Take the safe play, take the right play, banish, attack, and swing. So we're going to a game 3 situation. Time left in the round is sitting at approximately 22 minutes remaining. So it looks like we might be able to get it to a tight finish line game 3 here with no drama. I think I'm here for this whole event. I'm here for the Go Format World Championship. Let's do it. So viewers are finding us again. We're coming back in. So if you like the previous stream, and we appreciate you doing that, go ahead and like this stream as well to encourage more people to come on into the Go Format World Championship that's happening. We have this round. We have one more round, and then we're going to cut it. Top cut starts tomorrow. Same time it started today, 11 a.m. Eastern. Double elimination, new bracket. Whatever happened today doesn't matter. You're gonna have a whole new bracket tomorrow, as long as you can make it.
This happens. I mean, your penalties do carry over. So first of all, what happens today does matter, but today matters quite a bit again in determining your seeding. So if you want to do as well as possible to get in that higher seed, so that in theory you're playing someone who didn't do as well in the tournament before, but you are right in a sense, JDZ, in saying that. It doesn't really matter because if you're X2, like it resets and now you're in a double elimination tournament again.
Right. You just get a fresh start. So if you can make it, all you have to do is make it to the top cut, make it to that 16 top cut, and anything can happen. This is Ghost. Just have to continue to hang on and make it in there. So we have Upstart Goblin. First we have Thunder Dragon into the Upstart Goblin. Another Turbo Mirror. Love to see it. A nice tight storyline. I say storylines. I would say it's. I gotta say Shaggy P. What Shaggy's doing with that Earth aggro deck is on the top of my list because no one's picking Shaggy. Everyone's counting Shaggy out. No one's saying, hey, Shaggy on the Earth deck's gonna make it to the top. He's doing great. Another storyline we might have to bring up. Talk about Burn. What's going on with Burn?
We've seen it, but it hasn't really been doing as well as people might have expected initially. I mean, Burn was the breakout of the last World Championships, but it seemed like people kind of adapted to it and figured it out. I mean, we saw in the Insidious match, his opponent, Mirage Knight, was able to use the Mystic Walks and the Death Wombats. He was very prepared for Burn.
Right.
So... I mean, it's possible that it just was maybe an over preparation, kind of, either people who were going to play Burn initially were like, yeah, I'm not going to play this deck because everyone's prepared for it. Or the people who were like, I'm going to stick to my guns and play Burn, caught the people who were prepared for it and just kind of lost it. It just lost its momentum. But what didn't really lose its momentum is Chaos Turbo. Warriors. We've seen that all day today.
There's been so just so much Chaos Turbo has been played, way more than I anticipated. I'll be interested to see with how many entrants brought Chaos Turbo to this event. I was thinking it'd be somewhere around the 30% range, maybe even 35 to 40% range. I'm thinking it might be closer to over 50, maybe even 60% of the entrants brought Chaos Turbo to this event. I've seen so much of it. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm interested to see what the metagame breakdown is going to be after this event is over. But right now, we got Mojo Sam here sitting with his Gravekeeper Spine defense position, drawing cards. It's kind of where you want to be as a Chaos Turbo player if you don't have your play set up. Getting that spy set up, hanging out, not being killed is a cool spot to be.
You don't want to be Trap Dust Shooted. This Trap Dust Shoot, gonna take a peek at Mojo Sam's hand. We know some Thunder Dragons are hanging out there. This Gravekeeper Spy just sitting there, not looking too pretty.
Let's see. Okay. So, are we going to get a write up? Are we going to get a discard? Mojo Sam is not allowing us to play ball with the choices. I'm cool with that. And then we're going to go ahead and send the Dekoichi back to the top of the deck. Okay. Sometimes a player can go ahead and discard their hand every now and then, but this time they didn't do it. It's all good. So we don't know.
Back to Koichi.
The Koichi goes back. Okay. And we're going to kick it over to Mojo Sam. Mojo Sam's got this beefy breaker just sitting in attack position.
John Wick.
John Wick. I'm sorry. John Wick's got this breaker sitting in attack position. Let's see if he elects to start swinging on these set monsters. He has an idea of what that card may be based on the Trap Dust Shoot.
Well, didn't he swing in with the breaker and then the spy flipped and he didn't search anything? So maybe another spy's already in the hand? So that's probably what's set there. No reason for John Wick to attack in if that is the case.
Okay, so the hand was Wing Blast, 2 Thunder Dragons, Spy, and Knock was the hand for Mojo Sam. So elected not to attack, going sets another one, and then throws it back over to John Wick. Okay. Max Green, hello to you too. Thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate that. Oh my goodness. That can't be true. Do my eyes deceive me? The number 1 ranked GOAT format player is no longer a part of the world champion. Well, he's still a part of it, but now has X3. Ivan Rosito has been knocked down by Ryan Spicer, longtime champion level player. SJC champion Ryan Spicer coming in to the GOAT format online game, continuing to dominate and still showing life in this event, has defeated Ivan Rosito, giving him his 3rd loss on the day. So not looking good for the number 1 ranked player.
Big torrential play here from John Wick's end. This Dekoichi flipped up. John Wick decided to use torrential to get rid of it and the 2 Gravekeeper Spies. This puts Darks in the graveyard. We know that there's two Thunder Dragons in the hand, a Nobleman, a Crossout, Phoenix Wing Blast. Nothing else for Mojo Sam. Not sure what this down card may be, unless we know that's the Phoenix Wing Blast.
So we're going to go ahead and Regeki break.
Regeki break it away
that right now. Get that on out of here. Wing Blast will not be played today, and the Kiko is down.
And yeah, here he comes.
Here he comes. Here's the boy.
The Ghostbuster.
He's out. Oh, man. Shaking the beads. And we're going to get some good value out of that Kiko. Taking 2 Dark Monsters out of the graveyard. Oh, man. So this game is... This is the one. This could potentially be for who gets to go on to the to tomorrow's day of play.
Well, they still got to win. Like they
must win.
Both have 2 losses, but they got to win the next round as well. This is only round 6.
But this is a must win.
Break it.
So basically, this is like a playoff to play in type situation, because if you lose this, you're essentially X3, which means you're probably going to be out of the event. If you win, you have to continue on.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure all X2s are going to make it. Maybe 1 or 2 might bubble out. I'm not sure.
No, not all X2s are going to make it here. It's very important.
Okay. So you still they'll at least give you a fighting chance to make it in.
Yeah, your tiebreakers are going to be very important to decide if you're going to make it in or not. But your goal is really to just keep winning, no matter what in this scenario. You don't want to lose when you're X2 at this position.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
That's right.
This heavy storm is down. Let's see. Ivan is John Wick is thinking about how that's going to be. What he's trying to do here.
What can he do here?
Maybe Book of Moon, perhaps. Maybe a Ring of Destruction. Maybe he's feeling this Kaiku is going to start working for the enemy. Getting snatched right here would be rough. You don't want to do that.
I meant like what Mojo Sam's done. Like, why would he use the heavy storm here? It didn't seem very profitable if he's not going to go for a play afterwards. Maybe he just wanted to set and feel more comfortable setting.
Get some value out of it. Maybe he just he was trying to. I don't know.
Didn't really feel like he was getting like the value. I mean, it's just a 1-for-1. If he clears a Solemn, I mean that's all right. That means he gets to push a play through. But now John Wick using the Graceful Charity, it's resolving.
That's it. That's so he's gonna discard. Discards are up here. Discard. He's got the Graceful Charity. Sorry.
Yeah, John Wick is resolving Graceful Charity here. He's got a discard for it right now. I just drew 3 cards.
And I can't say enough good about John Wick either, man. As a player, you know, he's someone I definitely have a deep respect for. He's been doing this for a really long time. And I mentioned that in my prediction video, which is also looking like confetti right now. I'm about to tear that
Ring of Destruction. Okay.
Tear that up. So 1,800 coming off of both players.
So I think the line here was you want to play the Heavy Storm into some kind of back row disruption, either Regeki Break or Wing Blast. This way that you're guaranteed to use the Ring of Destruction or something like Regeki Break or Wing Blast of your own to clear this Kaiku. So that makes sense to me then why Mojo would use the Heavy Storm in that scenario, because he sort of was just like, I kind of have to play this now. Finally a monster to commit for Mojo Sam.
Yeah, like you said, it worked out because not getting your stuff in phased, you know, allowing to have a nice safe set. Maybe you could have coerced your opponent to booking that Kaiko like he was kind of thinking about. You can tell he was thinking about a little bit, and then maybe you could have just ran it over that way and actually got more value too. So it's not the worst. It's not the worst Heavy Storm. Maybe a tactical Heavy Storm he put out there.
And we were just talking about new match result coming in here. J4D John D Wick victorious over AJT BLS.
Ooh, so Canadian violence.
Undefeated. Yeah, Canadian on Canadian violence for sure. We were talking about it. J4D really needed to win. He was the lowest of the undefeated in the tiebreaker scenario, and now he has secured that. So he's definitely making it into the top 16 with that win.
100%
going forward as being one of the only undefeateds here. Now, I haven't checked the look, but does Geist D? Did he win his match yet? That is something to look into. But what we got to focus on now is Mojo Sam and John Wick.
And the train is in the station. The train has left the station or in the station. We got a chugga coming, and we got a spy. We're like, you know what? It's time to attack. You know, sometimes you like to defend, but to defend, you must attack. Kung Fu style. He's coming in with his spy.
Whatever that means.
And he's coming in with the 1400. That's exactly what that means. We're not putting anything in defense mode. We're putting into attack mode. 1200, 1400, and that's a clock or of some sort. I don't know. 4 turns of that.
I think I can.
He's chugging along. Oh no, we got some. It looks like there's going to be a chaos play being made by the blue corner. The chaos sorcerer has been stuck to the field, and John Wick is pondering of how he wants to react to this chaos sorcerer play being landed. And it's gonna
not retaining priority to activate the effect. Just gonna go into battle.
We're swinging. Is the damage that important?
I mean, there is about 10 minutes left on the clock, but he walked himself into mirror force by doing so. Except
and he cut his life points in half as well. Okay, it's okay. Maybe that's why he's like, okay, I'm trying to get some damage up. I'm trying to show some aggression, electing not to go ahead and banish there. Yeah.
He lost out the life though. Maybe it would just been better to just put his stuff in defense and just maybe not defense, but keep it in attack and just keep banishing.
Just get it out there and just throw those cards out of play, and then save your solemn for another situation. Kind of maybe that's what could have been a play, but maybe Mojo Sam's like, you know what? I'm here. I'm ready to swing, man. All this banishing, get that out of my face.
He's not going to use he's not going to play into the knock that he knows is there, right? Like, there's just no way that John Wick's going to do that. So he might commit more monsters face up, but he has to put a chaos monster here to defend against the chaos monster that's putting pressure on him right now. I mean, it's possible he also could have a back row card that can stop this chaos sorcerer, but just going to banish light and dark, put a chaos sorcerer of their own. Is it going to resolve in this case? It looks like it does. And now it's just going to banish out here. I mean, you could have done something where you used the Solemn on this Chaos Monster instead.
Yeah, now you could have had it. Now you do not. You know, so that's
now you're down to 600 life points, and it's not looking too great for you with 2 Thunder Dragons and a knock in hand. Really need to find something off the top of the deck here. And there's a Serpent getting added back.
Let's see it. You gotta do something quick here, Mojo. You gotta make it happen.
It's gotta find
set
it.
One. Set two. Okay.
I mean, John Wick hasn't been able to play cards on the board either. It could be an amalgamation of chaos monsters. No, there's a Thunder Dragon that's still left in or there's not a Thunder Dragon. My apologies there. Since all the Thunder Dragons are gone, could be either more monsters that he didn't want to commit to the board because of the knock that he just didn't want to set alongside. But if you do in that case, wouldn't you just go in for a game? So it's probably some dead cards like Snatch maybe.
He's going for it. So swing in, and we're going to attack in through 2 sets, and it's a GG.
It's a GG.
It's just a GG, man. Wow.
Nothing in the back there. Oh, he played around the torrential and the bluff knock. There was
2 noblemans
as well. No, not like that.
Oh, and John Wick lives on. Okay, so where we going next, man? What's the next movement we're having?
We're going to head over to Jonathan LaBounty's match.
How has he not been on the stream all day? I haven't seen Jonathan LaBounty play a game just yet. We have the Dark Magician versus Jonathan LaBounty, who topped his event 4th place last year, playing the Warrior strategy. I'm assuming that they are back on the Warrior strategy yet again.
Yeah, John LaBounty, like you said, top forward last year's World Championships. And he's playing against the Dark Magician here, Arvind, who made it in with the last chance qualifier. Showing you that just because you make it in right at the end doesn't mean that you're necessarily a bad duelist.
Was he the last chance qualifier to get in?
I believe so. I think it was Krebs who won the first one, and then this was the last person to qualify. Actually, technically, Geist was, since won the Grinders after Arvind, I believe. I could be wrong, but
yeah,
on who finished first. But one of those two were either one of the last 2 here. So interesting chain resolving. Call the Haunted, bringing back Kaiko.
Okay. Interesting.
Maybe he has intel. We're not sure. Is there a dust shoot? No, he's just trying to play around. Oh, I mean, is the Zumbira at 19? Could be at 21.
Zumbira is at 21. We're gonna crash in. Maybe he's got another battle trap. Let's see what the Shona Jump champion has got lined up. World topping FLC champion as well. Let's see if he's got a plan for the Zumbira, and he does not. So that Zumbira is going to clean up the Kaiko, the Ghost Destroyer, send it to the graveyard, and yeah, you're gonna set one. Arvin's gonna set one in defense and pass it over. So that Zumbira should be now at. That's probably what.
Okay. Yeah. So what I think he might have done here was that he tried to zing his own, like he targeted the Callable Haunted and then chained the Callable Haunted to bring back the Kaiko, just so that he could target the Ring of Destruction. But then Arvin chained the Ring of Destruction in response to the Callable Haunted. So gotcha. I understand what happened there. It was a very weird board state to walk into when we got here, but we got there.
To just jump in on, but we figured it out. We're smart, sort of smart adjacent. Grace of Charity is going to get Solemn Judgment right away, bringing LaBounty down to 1100.
And there's 4 minutes left in the round right now.
And if you're LaBounty, obviously this is not the spot that you want to be in with. And you're going to sacrifice right for the Thunder Dragon.
Yeah, because this guy cannot attack directly. Big Torrential going to take out Thunder Dragon and Night Assailant. Does Arvin have a Chaos Monster? He does.
Oh, and he's got it. Maybe it's not over.
This
Let's
puts
see.
LaBounty on. You better have a Saku. Better have a Mirror Force. Something.
You better have it.
Or you're just dead here.
And that is GG. Oh, that is GG for the.
Is going down to X2 here. Not out of the tournament yet for LaBounty, but wow.
All right, so Arvind has moved on. Arvind's shocking the world, coming in as the last chance qualifier, making a historically deep run into the Go Format World Championship. I love this game so much. No one ever would have guessed. I am shocked, amazed, and surprised. Shout out to you, Dark Magician, aka Arvind. So where are we going next, Mask? We're trying to catch up with all these games as they are finishing. Yeah, let's go check out
what Geist D and Insidious.
Okay. All right, and I am in. I see a hysterical fairy. The ha 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 fairy is on the board right now. Probably anticipating time, I would say. They're going deep into time already. And we're going to go ahead and MST that hysterical fairy.
I believe they have an extension.
They do have an extension? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Insidious with the hysteric fairy technology. We've seen that pop up for the burn matchup, obviously. Yeah, I was misinformed. They do not have an extension. I think I read somewhere wrongly.
But it's good though. I mean, it's still good in time because you can still increase your life points, and it's got a body. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. I think that's a great move.
It's designed like the same idea as Walk, sort of, where you want to get rid of the tokens that they give you. And in Insidious's deck, he plays goats, so he can just get rid of his goat tokens if he's goat locked or something, and then get some extra life points. It's got a decent body, being 18. And it's a light monster, so it works with your Chaos Engine. So a very nice find that a lot of people, like, they've definitely seen the card before. Like, if you've ever played any of the old, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game, what's it called? The DS games or the Game Boy Advance games, you definitely had, like, a Hysteric Fairy in your deck, I'm pretty sure. Like, just because it was a guy who had, like, 1,800 attack points, you're like, sure, fine, I'll play this, because they don't give you all those cards, right? All the good ones.
And it's got a good effect. The effect's not too bad. Oh man,
with the whale technology,
the Abyss is down, and he's getting value out of that. But now you're in a losing spot, even though this is you're about to take 18 and be right back up to a winning position, going close to time.
Interesting that he decided to set the two to the back row. Is Heavy Storm gone? It's not gone, so he could potentially lose it to Heavy Storm. Instead, he's playing around the duo this way. And time is ticking down slowly, and it's ticking down as well.
Okay, so we have a chaos play being made. Chaos is going to be the Black Luster Soldier Blacklist Soldiers down. Thinking about it from the red corner. Pondering maybe a solemn judgment here. One.
Chaos Control Mirror. Wouldn't expect Chaos Control from Geist D to be undefeated going into this. That was something that we were kind of writing off these GOAT meta decks as not being as powerful as the Warrior or the Chaos Turbo deck. But Geist D making it look easy at undefeated here, especially with the whale technology coming through.
Yeah, and I mentioned that he's been putting a whole ton of work in this Go Control deck, into the Go Control strategy, playing a lot on the ladder, playing a lot in these events, playing Go Control, and just making it work. This deck is very good. Like it is very good.
We are in time right now. Time has been called. Insidious is now turn 0, and so Geist would be turn 1, and Geist will get the last turn in this spot. He is up in life. Insidious is 800 points behind. Not 800 points. Jeez Louise. A lot more behind.
Oh, beefy Solemn Judgment.
Decided to use Solemn instead.
All the way down to 36 to negate that BLS. Okay, negating that summon. So now Insidious is down to 2 cards, having to make a play. And he's going to go ahead and set 1, set 2, pass it back over to Geist. Geist is going to jump in. This is the first turn. Geist going to standby phase, turning that Serpent. Probably going to loop somebody back to the hand with this Abyss Soldier. Let's see if that's what happens.
Well, he's going to use Abyss Soldier. He can use Premature to get Morphing Jar. I don't know how strong that is there.
We'll see. Let's see what happens. So he's going to summon the Sangin
to the board. I don't know if Torrential is left for Insidious. It is, but I don't know if you want a Torrential in that spot. Now use the Sinister Serpent. Which one are you going to target? Yeah, target the monster. You got to go for damage here. Mirror Force could come out.
It goes to crazy. Oh, wow. It is the Mirror Force. Ouch, baby.
Ouch.
Very ouch. I would agree with that ouch. I would agree with that sentiment. But it does have that Premature Burial that we do know about, and it is set on the field, obviously. So the game is not necessarily over. He has another turn. He has a monster as well.
Warrior Lady. So we know there's a monster in the hand for Insidious. Doesn't seem like he could do a lot of damage here, but he doesn't need to. He just needs to stay alive and not dip under 36.
We'll see. I'm not a mathematician, but math may be needed here at some point. Heavy Storm will be fantastic for Insidious at this current juncture. Let's see if he can find it.
Yeah, Heavy Storm cuts off.
Oh, man. What?
Geist!
Oh, no. Oh, not like this.
Geist,
oh, not like this.
The duo, but
not like this. Oh.
Geist not giving up yet. He does still get a turn.
Man, that is a devastating Heavy Storm. Wait a minute. Oh, emergency precision. Okay. So that boosts 1,000.
So he goes up 1,000. That means he needs to do less damage in this case. 1,000 less.
Oh my goodness! I want to edge my seat. You got to have a special summon here because you know about the DD Warrior Lady. You need a special summon. You need a Chaos Monster. Is BLS still a part of the game right now?
It's BLS or bust at this point.
BLS is not even live. You would have to figure out a way to get DD Warrior Lady and BLS at one time.
Oh wow! Yeah, there's no light. He needs Graceful.
He needs Graceful. Oh, man. Oh. Dang.
Oh, right. Good game.
All right. That's GG's, man. Whoa. What a top. What a crazy turnout.
And Insidious actually beats Geist D. Geist D was undefeated going into round 6 here. So Insidious knocking out an undefeated player, and there's no more undefeateds left, but we still have another round to play.
Oh my goodness.
This is a crazy match to determine tiebreakers on.
If you thought you were comfortable, guess what? Become uncomfortable. That anyone can make it in now. That is crazy. I don't feel good for the people trying to do it. J4, the Canadian J4 is undefeated still, I believe. He ended up winning, so he is undefeated. AJT's has 1 loss. Geist D has 1 loss. Shaggy Powers has 1 loss. And I think there are a few other players still with 1 loss. And then there are a litany of players with 2 losses left. So this last round is going to be intense. It's going to be action-packed. It's going to be jammed, guild to guild. Everyone's going to be frantic because anyone can get in. I think this round is going to be super important.
I think this match opened up a lot of people's potential to get into the top 16.
Yes.
It is going to be incredible to see how this top 16 shakes down. I'm very, very excited, and we'll be back in a few with the standings going into the final round of Swiss here at the Go Format World Championships. See you in a few.
I'm here for it. I'm pumped. Let's do it. it. Welcome back to the Go Format World Championship round, going into the final round of the day. This is the last round, and I got Maskus here, and he got those standings again. So let's see what he's got to say, Mas. You want to hook him up? Let us know who's winning. What do we got going on?
Standings are here. Now, we have to play one more round, but there is only one undefeated player still left, and that is J4D. He defeated AJT BLS, the only player that was undefeated last round who still had a bye, but we have to play one more still. The tiebreakers have to shake out some way. We got to determine who the top 16 players are. Right now, it's looking good for Leo P. It's looking good for Geist D. It's looking good for Ace, AJT, Dingo Sig, Shaggy Powers, Insidious, and Dark Magician. They all only have one loss. If they can continue to win, they'll guarantee their spot in the top 16. A loss might still top in this case, might be in the lower seeds of it, but you still want to stay positive here. You still want to win.
Right.
Now, in the X2s, these are guys on the bubble. There's a lot of them here. We have Don't Copy, Richie97, LaBounty, Lucas G, John Wick, SDL Killa, Anthony Alvarado, Moxies, Big Llama 67, aka WZ, Soulmaster Matt, AJ Hassan, Luke Az, Bobby Bodega, which we haven't actually talked about Bobby Bodega a lot. He's been killing it here in the X2 bracket.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Man, Ali 1997, Ryan Spicer down in the lower corners here, Night Moves, Huve 89, and James Ark are all still in contention. It's going to come down to tiebreakers. It's going to come down to if these players who are X2 can remain X2 at the end of this round. We're going to take a look at a lot of the bubble matches if we can, because there's a lot more drama that's going to be going on in those matches for sure.
Absolutely.
It all depends on, again, who you lost to, what your tiebreakers are, but it's shaken up to be a pretty powerful top 16. I mean, to be expected here of these world-class, world championship caliber players.
Oh, how fortunate are we, man, to have such great games? We've had a blast. I've had so much fun. This is way higher than I anticipated that this championship would turn out to be. A lot of impressive strategy, a lot of impressive play, a lot of impressive deck building as well. So I'm excited to see what these top 16 decks look like. I will attempt to do a deck breakdown tonight after this event is over and have that uploaded so we can kind of see what those decks look like. It's gonna be hot. I think I saw some spicy text so far, but we're going to keep doing that. So these pairings are up. Tell us what you guys think about those in the chat. Who do you guys want to see win? I mean, I see a lot of AJT BLS in the building, but I see somebody's got to be rooting for Arvin out there. Dark Magician, his story is so incredible, coming out of nowhere as a last chance qualifier. And it's like, you know what, let me just go ahead and top the worlds real quick. No big deal. You know what I'm saying? And then we got, players like Geist D, who's been crushing this game for a long time, kind of took a step back, but now they're back in it. He's probably one of the only two-time FLC, two-time GFC champion. Really would look nice on the resume to keep that championship belt in Germany and add world champion to that resume. So anything can happen. He's got a position to do that. We have the player of the year candidates. We have Alvarado, SDO Killer, and it's SDO Killer, Alvarado, and HAT BLS, who's probably the front runner to win the Go Format Player of the Year. Still going strong in this event. They would love to add world champion to their resume and titles that they can have. So it's a lot of players to look out for. Anyone can do it. Top 16. I'm still cheering on my boy Shaggy Powers playing that Earth deck. The only person playing that Earth deck in this event, and he is absolutely killing it, doing fantastic, making a deep run in this event. So a lot of stuff to look out for. Tell me who you guys want to see win the Go Format World Championship. I see some Team Italy in the house. Somebody's rooting for anyone Italian. That could be interesting. I
mean, we got a couple in here still. Don't copy.
Yeah, don't copy.
Well.
Yep. Okay. We got
I believe GG97's Italian. I could be wrong on that one.
I think so. I think you are correct. I think also Push and P, Leo P is Italian as well, I believe.
Yeah.
That is another Italian player. So there is still some Italians in there if that's who you are.
The Italy contingent is still well represented here. And I mean, there's a lot of guys who are in the X2 position that are in the Italian as well. Like Mr. Man is up there.
Absolutely.
89 is up there as well. A lot of players to look out for down in the X2 bracket that could sneak their way into the top 16. So a lot of exciting duelists to look at going forward.
Yeah, Mr. Man is I believe he's the 2-time GCI winner. GCI is the Italian-based major GOAT format tournament that takes place periodically. IRL, he's won that event twice, which is not easy to do, playing a lot of control-based strategy. I saw him playing a little bit today when I was on my break, and I say that in very loose quotations. He's playing that Go Control Warrior deck, which I think is the best deck in this format. I will go on record saying that. I think that deck's pretty good, very underexplored, and he's using that deck, so hopefully he can make some noise with that going on until the last round, and maybe he can even top this event. That would be cool to see.
I want to talk about Insidious. He's having a super great run today. I mean,
100%.
I might be a little biased because he's my friend. All disclosure here, we live in the same city. But Insidious here, sticking to his guns with the Chaos Control, the GOATs in the meta with the Chaos Sorcerers, with the BLS, with the Thunder Dragons, all your favorite Chaos cards, but with my favorite Metamorphosis.
I like Insidious too. Insidious gets a little disrespect. He doesn't get the respect he deserves. He's been crushing this game for a very long time.
He's a killer.
I'm so happy to see him do very well, making it deep into this tournament. He is a good friend of mine as well. He's helping me as a co-founder and war chief of the Go Format War League, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But the Go Format War League season will be starting after the Go Format World Championship has concluded. So probably registrations will close in November, and the season will begin in December. 3 invites are on the table for that. If you think you have the grit and have what it takes, please DM me and reach out, and maybe you can find yourself on a Go Format Yu-Gi-Oh! Dueling team and participate in the War League.
As much as you love the War League, I love the GOAT Format World Championships. And I mean, I'm sorry to cut you off here, but we got pairings.
No. Oh, the pairings are up. Yeah, cut me off. If you got the pairing, let's see him.
We're going to take a look at the feature here at an X2 feature, potential winning in Bobby Bodega versus Night Moves.
Ooh,
other winning ins. Lucas versus SDL Killa.
Ooh, that's gonna be a nice one. We might be able to catch the end of that one.
Has to play up to try to make sure that his spot is there versus who we've been seeing on stream all day, Shaggy Powers.
Oh man, what a match too.
Anthony Alvarado, to hopefully win it in for him, has to take on the second place from last year's GOAT Format World Championships, Big Llama 67 WZ.
I don't know if my mind can take it.
LaBounty, we were just talking about LaBounty. Here. He has to play Mr. Man for a winning in as well. I mean, again, potential here winning ins. They're all fighting on the bubble for this.
Okay.
We're going to actually take a look at the SDL Killa match versus Lucas. I mean, that sounds like it's going to be a slugfest warrior mirror match, right?
It's got to be. And also the Bobby Buckets, aka Bobby Bodega Night Moves, that's probably going to be a warrior mirror match as well. Bobby Buckets and Night Moves were actually teammates in the 3v3 that got them both invites to the Go Format World Championship.
Wow.
That's crazy. So they were teammates and now they have to kill each other to make it on to the next thing. That is super, super sad. Okay, so we are going to... Oh, man. Arc and Moxies are playing. That might be a good one too. It's so many good matches.
That's what I missed on here. Yeah, that is so good. I mean, there's
so many good ones.
There's so many here that you want to take a look at. I think we got to take a look at Lucas and SDL though.
All right, let's see that one because theoretically that one should end fastest, and that will give us more time to go see the other one. So let's go see what SDL. Yeah, let's tune in to SDL and Lucas, the Heretic, playing. Both of them making deep runs. Both of them very consistent.
Up yet, unfortunately.
Okay. They're up.
Oh, I see them now.
Are they in game right now, or are they just hosting? Oh, okay, let me get in there.
Should be in game, yeah. And we're gonna start here with SDL Killa, GOAT Format 17 champion, the biggest GOAT Format championships of all time. GFC 17. Fighting for his life here on the bubble versus none other than Lucas the Heretic. 2 incredible players, both known for the Warriors. Starting off with a T set on SDL Killa's and Lucas the Heretic rolling a lot of die here. Finally deciding to pick the one closest to the deck, getting rid of a no meta crossout. Not going to be that good in this matchup, I don't think.
And
Haiku going to the grave.
getting that dark setup always a good thing. If BLS gonna be a factor in this game at some point if it happens. Oh man, what a match! I can't say enough about these two players. And their consistency is just so insane. I can't say enough about how they always make these deep runs in these elite events. Lucas the Heretic has been doing this thing for several decades as well. I think he topped the Shonen Jump second place. He's won so many events. The number one ranked player of the year last year, setting the record for invites. I think that record has now been matched and maybe even exceeded this year based on the amount of invites that were given out. So two dope players. And as you mentioned, SDL Killa, two-time GFC champion in the building, winning the largest GFC to date. So very impressive resumes for both of these players. I'll be oh wow, heavy storm.
Big heavy storm pick up here. Now the big Blade Knight going to take out Ninja Grandmaster. I mean, that heavy storm was going through because SDL had the solemn. I think he was hoping that there was a solemn just to
I think
cut some life in half, end the game quicker. But got to do a lot more damage now. Down a couple cards thanks to that duo. Okay. Now Trap Infecting Virus going to even it out a little bit here.
And we're going to punch in. SDL Killa, I've spoken with him a few times, takes pride in being able to play this mirror match very effectively, and Lucas the Heretic also takes pride in being able to play this mirror match effectively. So I'm trying to see, this is going to be a who's going to bend first type situation. Who's going to break? Who's going to be the first person to make a misplay, the minor misplay, or not get the right card in time? Both of these decks are built probably similarly, but anything can happen. I think they both are very equipped to play this mirror effectively. So Road is coming down. This has got to be a Blade Knight.
No. That's not what SDL wants to see with two cards in the hand. Here comes Donald.
The Donald is down. I thought that was going to be a beefy Blade coming down, but that's going to be the Donald Z coming out with the pistols. So pistols, Donald. Let's see if the theory is correct. This is going to see if it hits something good.
It's not a dead dust shoot.
That's why if he had swords.
You're taking a card away, which is the most important thing here. Even if it's a dead card like Nobleman Across Out or Trap Dust Shoot here, you're still getting rid of cards and less options for SDL to have. I mean, Lucas doesn't know that it's a dead card. It could be something like probably not a Chaos Sorcerer or a BLS or something, but
could be.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think it would have just played it into the field if it was something like that. But it could have been a reactive card like Snatch Steal, right? And that would have been a big pickup for the Donzalug. Instead, reinforcements of SDL's own going to come down. Probably going to try to attack into the Donzalug here to mitigate the damage to the hand that's already been done. It's also the biggest thing on SDL or on Lucas's side of the board.
Oh,
Sakuretsu armor.
Strong Sakuretsu armor. But
very strong.
The theory is the Donzalug with pistols. The rips that he gets out of the hand is always going to be inferior to the Donzalug with knives.
Well, that's correct, because the correct art is the knives art.
Yeah, so if you want to rip, so SDL is going to go ahead and go down. Go falls to Lucas Heretic.
Breaker off the top was just enough. Wow, these warrior matches, they're just haymaker after haymaker. You just look at the top card of your deck and you slam it down, and it's always something huge and impactful.
You ride the wave for as long as you can until it runs out. You just punch the other guy in the face as hard and as vigorously as you can until the other guy stops moving. That's how you play the deck. So keep sending blows until the other guy can't take anymore. So SDL just so happened that he got the duo that happened. That sucks, getting a very powerful duo, getting the Don rip. But now it's game 2. They side decked extremely quick. Did you see how fast that side decking went? They know. They've played each other a million times already. They know what this deal is. They know how to run it. I was impressed. I was like, wait a minute. Usually I was trying to do my whole side deck time rant with JD Power Hour, and it just didn't even happen because they were like, okay, we're done. We're right on back in here. Helmet strapped, secured, and we're going to send it. Impressive. Graceful Charity is down and ripping out 3 off the top of the deck. They go way back. They did play together for a while, both on Team Rampage for a short period of time, and now they are. I think they still kind of train together and they share ideas, but I don't think they are on the same dueling team with Lucas the Heretic. He's teamed up with a team called the Safari Zone in the War League, but I think he is a part of the LRG organization still externally. But they have played each other quite a few times. Yeah, SCL's he's a killer for a reason, right? Yeah.
He's defeated Lucas in all the ranked matches that they've actually played against each other on the GOAT format ladder. So in our tournament system, they've STL's always come out on top.
Anytime
will
it
be the same here? He's already down a game though. This might be the chance for Lucas to redeem himself.
Mm-hmm. And anytime they've met in tournaments, Lucas has been the GOAT, getting beaten. I can't believe that 3-0 on Lucas is impressive. That's impressive. That's a tall feat. A lot of people can't say that they've done that.
Nope.
Okay. All right, we got the
tribute
Tinder
summon from Mobius the Frost Monarch. Gonna hit an MST. Getting rid of Heavy Storm.
And we're swinging in to hit the Kinetic Soldier. That's a good clean out.
Good pickup for STL Killa.
Great turn for STL Killa. Great turn there.
I mean, he lost his Heavy Storm from that MST. Not exactly what you wanted to see there. You did want the Mobius to take out something like a Sakuretsu armor, but if he's hitting something like Heavy Storm here and you still have control of the board, I mean, you're fine. You're okay with that.
So now we got Delinquent Duo being played from the blue corner. Go ahead and getting some Trinity revenge from game one.
Yeah, you live by the duo, die by the duo, huh? Get rid of Mobius of Lucas's own.
And now Blade Knight. This needs to be a Gravekeeper spy, and it is not. It is a Blade Knight. And
we're going he attacked correctly with the Mobius just to play around the Gravekeeper spy.
And we're going to punch in for $2,000 to the face of Lucas. Lucas is down to 2 cards, drawing off the top of the deck. Right, you see one cipher. It's probably gonna be another one, so that's a good reason to go ahead and bring out that. Whoa, BLS is just out here. BLS is out here, and
it resolves asking for prio, and it is gonna banish this Blade Knight here. That would have been the light. That would have been the light in the graveyard for STL to respond with a Blackluster Soldier of their own.
We're gonna just
smashing ground.
Book of Moon.
Smash a face
Oh
down.
my goodness. Oh my goodness. Book of Moon saved the day. Smash the Ground was about to look so good. What a chain of events. The BLS is back. And we're going to go ahead and get a clean banish onto the Mobius Frost Monarch. We're going to set one behind this BLS.
Yeah, not getting greedy. Does not want to attack into this potential Sakuretsu armor, but there's
Ring
a
of Destruction
steal.
He
loses to Ring of Destruction unless there's a Book of Moon or something. No!
And that's GG's. Oh, man.
And Lucas, like he said, he gets his revenge on STL Killa. You will not give me a 4-0. I am top 16ing this event.
So all right. So I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident that could go ahead and put Lucas the Heretic in the top 16 of this event. Very good win. SDL is going to go down to 3, and I'm pretty sure that is going to be the end. There will be 0 X3s making it this time. Very great performance, though, for SDL Killa. All right, and we are going on.
We're going to take a look at Ali, 1997 versus Ryan Spicer, another bubble matchup. Both of these players are X2, and it looks like Ryan Spicer is already up a game here. Ryan Spicer, I mean, for older duelists like myself, is a legend. He's a metagame.com legend here. Shonen Jump winner. Multiple tops through both YCSs and Shonen Jumps as well.
Absolutely.
Getting back into playing competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Again in the GOATformat.com scene. Headed out to a lot of the GOAT format Grand Prix. Where I believe that's where he earned his invite from.
Got his invite. Winning Go Grand Prix in Texas, came back and knocked that thing out. Fort Worth. It was good to see, and I had the opportunity to speak to Ryan Spice. He's got a great mind for Yu-Gi-Oh, great mind for card games. Thinking about play so much poker. Plays a lot of poker. I believe he is a professional poker player. So he kind of talked to me about how he can transfer those skills from playing poker to playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I think that's why he likes playing person a little bit more. He was very reluctant to kind of come into the online scene, but a lot of coaxing from myself and a lot of other people who want to see him play kind of encouraged him to play in this event and explain how this is a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, you know who else is good at the offline in the paper tournaments is Ali 1997 here.
Ooh, okay.
He got second place at GGP Milan, and that's how he qualified for this event. He also was top 4 at the European WCQ in 2017, and top 8 at that event. and then top forward the Italian national championships in 2015. So I mean, a paper player through and through here.
And that just shows, like, it's so funny to me. Like, people really talk about luck, and they talk about this. This is it just shows, like, people who know how to play this game know how to play this game. It's not something that
it doesn't matter if they're like an online grinder or whatever. Like a lot of these guys who are doing well at the tournament are. I mean, there's online grinders like in the World League and everywhere else who play in our tournaments. I mean, they get a lot more practice in because they're just playing all the time. But I would not count any of the folks who qualified from the GOAT Grand Prix off just because they qualified for an event in paper. Maybe the format is a little bit different in paper than it is in on the online circuit, right? These guys are still really great. Yeah, both of these players have. This is their only online event that they actually have registered for this year.
That is incredible, and they might get a top. That is incredible.
I mean, they're playing for it here.
I mean, yeah, and I'm reading the chat. Maybe I think you're right. When you put 2K on the line, when you put 2,000, and when you look at this prize pool, people are like, you know what? I think I can go out here and I can put it together and get a dub and make this thing happen for myself.
It's not just 2K, by the way. They're playing for a lot more swag thanks to our sponsors here at MetaMats, thanks to our sponsors at Gem, and thanks to our sponsors at Imperium Duelist. And, of course, that
do we have a
code format belt. Come on, man.
Oh, you can't go wrong. And I'm hearing some feet. So that match, that SDL Killa Lucas match, lasted 10 minutes. Just so you guys know. That's how long that took.
I mean, it's like we said, it's a haymaker back and forth between the two. Heavy Storm was a play from Ali 1997's end, but it got met with a solemn judgment here. Now the choo-choo train coming down to Koichi, the battle-enchanted locomotive.
And he's coming in.
Doing what he's meant to do to battle. But Ryan Spicer are going to think a little bit here, deciding if they want to use a Sakuretsu armor on the attack, and they will. And they are up a game right now.
And he does. Okay. I think we've seen more Dekoichis battling than flipping. I think you might be onto something there, Mascus. I think I've seen more Dekoichis. That's what
the card says. It's a battle enchanted locomotive. It's ready to fight.
Might be onto something. I might have to remember that. I think he might be onto something.
Interesting note here. It looks like that Ryan Spicer was qualified for the event with Chaos Turbo. I know you did a video with him, and I think he might have did a video with himself talking about his choice to play Chaos Turbo and his list and why it was kind of more unique than the rest of the Chaos Turbo decks. But he switched, it seems, over to the Warrior deck.
And honestly, that's not the worst call. Probably because he did the analysis like we all have done. We knew that this was going to be a Chaos Turbo festival. So many people play Chaos Turbo. It's going to be so many in there. And they were like, you know what gives you a better strategy against more of the broadened field and also against Chaos Turbo? And a lot of players like to go with the Warriors too. So I don't think that's bad, especially if you haven't played as much. If you're kind of on the rustier side, maybe a Warrior strategy might be a little more your liking. It's treating him well. He's playing it very well.
What's funny, JDZ, is that the Warrior deck kind of got developed as the anti-meta deck. Right. Initially, it was always a deck to try to combat the GOAT decks, and it played a lot of tools that combated GOAT control way back. Mm-hmm. It can flex into those scenarios where if people think that, okay, Chaos Turbo is now the best deck, it doesn't play GOATs or meta, so the Warriors, now we're just going to adjust ourselves to be better against the Chaos Turbo decks.
Wow.
It also became meta itself.
So we got BLS is coming down. Is he just gonna just do this?
I mean, he's just going to swing in. It's legal to do, but it's not going to resolve here. The Book of Moon going to come out for Ryan Spicer, buying him a turn.
Wow, that also shows a slight sign of weakness. But that BLS coming through 3 back row, you better have it through 3.
He sort of just threw it out there and said, "I'm going to attack you. You better deal with it here."
Sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you just got to be straight up disrespectful.
But even if now he's got to test another back row and a potential flip effect monster in the front here. Something like if a Magician of Faith would be really big for Ali 1977. He could get back the Heavy Storm in his hand. Or in the graveyard, he'd get back Graceful Charity, which would be really sick if this is a Magician of Faith face down.
He gets Blade Knight coming out. No answer. Maybe he's got another answer for this BLS that is set.
He's going to contest the flip here. He has to. Because if that is a Magician of Faith, it could be just curtains for him. It doesn't matter.
That might be the play. A lot of good Trinity has been played by the red corner here. So a lot of good cards. He could be trying to set the graveyard up as well, but he does. So he gives him the Blade Knight into the graveyard in order to protect that Magician of Faith. Perhaps that's what it is.
And he's going to the graveyard. It looked like
he's
looking at his opponent's banish.
Thinking about it.
He's viewing.
A lot of posturing. He's going to go for it. So he's going to go
thought
ahead
about
and
it
make
before
the chaos
committing,
play.
but here it is.
Makes the chaos play. We're going to go ahead and banish that BLS. Get it out of the field. Get it out of play.
And
they were going to know
anyway.
the answer.
Oh my
anyway.
God!
And it was the Night Assailant. Oh, that was
my.
nice. I like that sequence.
He was checking though. I think he has to play this. If Ali just has Snatch Steal, that's such a feel bad. But oh no!
Oh, he's got standby.
Tons of cards to work with. Does he have Blatant Dark in the graveyard? He doesn't. He has just a Thunder Dragon in the graveyard, a Thunder Dragon in the hand as well. Ali still has 3 cards besides his Thunder Dragon to work with. Hasn't slapped down the Snatch Steal just yet.
Snatch Steal is insane here. Oh, that
2
was
power cards. Actually, 3 power cards in the graveyard. Graceful, Duo, and Heavy Storm.
So
Ryan Spicer, you said he was a poker player. He might know the chances. He might just look at the odds. The numbers. Just has the percentage in his hand already. He's got, when you watch poker and you have the little hand percentage of if they're going to win the hand or not, he's got that on the deck right now. He knows. So
he's thinking about it. He's going to go ahead and elect a banish, play in the safe move. Probably not trying to activate.
This is safe because if he did attack in here, the Faith would have picked up probably the Graceful Charity, would have dug into Ali's deck a little bit more. Instead, going for the safer route and getting rid of it here. I mean, he could have attacked into it to deal some damage because the Night Assailants were gone, so there was no risk of losing the Blackluster Soldier outside of something crazy like a legendary Jiu-Jitsu Master, right?
But at the same time, yeah, you go slamming into that Faith. You'll do the 3,000 damage, but at the same time, you're going to add another spell from the graveyard back to your opponent's hand. That's probably not. It's probably not what Ryan Spicer wanted right here. We're going to card D.
Ooh, big card destruction.
Premature Burial is gone for the blue corner, and we got 3 cards going. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, this is a strong card destruction here.
Yeah, it puts a dark in the graveyard. A Chaos Sorcerer would be really strong to get here. Obviously, digging for that Snatch Steal would just end the game right here, and then we'd be going into a game 3.
And there are a lot of outs for the red corner. If you're playing like a standard Chaos Turbo deck, there are a lot of cards that. That is a lot of 3 cards. That's pretty much like a super pot of greed that has happened to add 3 more cards to the deck.
I wouldn't call it that, but
that was man, because you got your Dark set up, you got your Thunder Dragon in graveyard, you got your Sinister Serpent. I think in that situation that might have been just so good for Ali here. Let's see if he makes something happen with it too. Let's see. Main phase 1. Ryan's thinking about it. Heavy Storm would be great again. If he can get that, just punch for a nice clear 3,000 damage. Maybe there's a Premature is gone. He's gonna swing in. We're gonna say 3,000.
He's just battling, but gonna get cleared with the Mirror Force. Does Ryan have something to do in the main phase 2?
And honestly, that's not the worst. I mean, that's not the worst thing that could happen. Now your BLS can't be used against you in the court of law. So I'm not too sad about that. Getting Mirror Force sent off to the graveyard. It could be worse. Could be much worse.
I mean, it could. He could do like Shallow Grave, and then like Bukatayu the BLS, and then Snatch Steal it.
Ooh,
that'd be a sick 3-card combo.
Let's see what he's gonna do. He's really he's not aggressing the opponent. He's got big advantage over Ryan Spicer with up 2 cards. Usually that means you can kind of outgrind, but he's still kind of just slowly taking it down, and isn't really getting aggressive with it. All right.
Still a ton of time left to play. 30 minutes going by.
And this is the final round. Oh man, this is round 7. You guys got to get
banishing the light and dark for Ali.
And
Chaos Sorcerer down.
And this is game 2. So we got another Train being summoned. Train is down. Battling in. This is going to be The DD Warrior Ladies. That's
and going to use the effect. Interesting that he's using it here.
That is quite interesting.
I mean, I guess this means that he's fine with taking the damage. He could have the Snatch Steal in hand, just clear the monster away, then use the Snatch Steal on the Chaos Sorcerer. I mean, you're going to lose it anyway. You'll go to main phase 2.
Oh, and he did have the Snatch Steal. The Snatch Steal, and it was MST.
Oh, but he has the MST.
He had one, but he did have another set to follow. So not giving up, not mailing it in, continuing to go through, continuing to play. The Sinister Serpent is down.
Not enough damage.
And we're going to go ahead and attack with the Chaos Sorcerer. Hitting.
It's not looking good for Ryan.
What if he would have swung with the Serpent? What if he would have swung with the Serpent? That would have been so funny.
That would have. I mean, we saw Serpent attacking earlier in the day, and it didn't work out.
It didn't work out.
It would have worked out here, though.
That would have been too funny. Oh, we're going to get a GG. So Ryan Spice is going to go ahead and save some time and go ahead and scoop it up to Ali, and then we're going to move on to game 3. So this is it. Game 3, winner can potentially move on. Both of these players are on the bubble, well situated, trying to go ahead and go on to day 2 of this event. It's looking pretty good for both players. I don't know. Ali had some units that round, and you know, that's how it goes sometimes. But I think both players. Who knows? Who are you giving the edge to, Mask? If you have to give someone an edge, who are you giving the edge in this game?
It's so tough. I mean, if Warrior just opens like incredible, like if he opens like Dust Shoot plus like Solemns and like Kaiku or whatever, right? Like he just has the Whopper. It might be hard for Ali to ever mount a position. But if it's not like a great hand from Warrior, like if it's just a bunch of monsters, then you know Ali, if he's able to resolve anything, then he might be able to stick ahead. Dust Shoot's definitely going to be like a key card here if Ryan Spicer has access to it. And if he gets it within this first turn, just being able to see what Ali is up to and being able to dictate how he plays around it is going to be very crucial.
Okay, so here we go. Game 3, winner continues on to the potentially going on to tomorrow. Upstart Goblin in the Warrior deck, still being played. I think that's something that kind of came and went and came. Perhaps might be back.
And Ryan might be on the theory of just play Upstart in everything because it just reduces your deck by 2 cards. The life point in argument being that it doesn't really matter. You'll kill them anyway. As long as you get to your next card, you're fine. And like I said here's Kaiku. This can lock down the graveyard, threaten to banish stuff if anything like Graceful Charity is resolved.
And he sets up 4, electing to keep 1 in hand and 1 Kaiku on the board.
Mm-hmm. Here's 1 to put in the graveyard, Thunder Dragon.
Adding 2 to the hand.
Adding 1 to the hand.
Oh, adding 1. Oh, did I miss one? Oh man,
no,
so
you did not.
Goodness. So it looks like the red corner has opened. The double Trogdor curse has struck. Hate to see that. You know, you don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be doing that. Okay,
yeah, just clarifying that there wasn't any misinformation here. Just search the 1, so you can put it on a read that he opened 2 Thunder Dragons. Not what you want to see. And doing a coin flip to decide to 50-50. Interesting decision.
I think that might be a mind. It might be a mind play as well. I think he knew which one he wanted to hit. He just wanted to flip the coin to make the opponent think that he didn't know which one was being hit. I think that's what's going on.
Interesting mind tactic, but okay.
All right, so let's go reinforcements. Reinforcements of the army. What are we grabbing here? Potentially level 2 Exile Force, Blade Knight. What's going to be? It is the level 2. The Slasher, the Dasher, the level 2 is in the hand, and now it's on the field.
I would hope so. If you're going to search for the card off of Reinforcements of the Army, usually it's the next one you play.
He slices in, slicing and dicing. Will there be a Mirror Force? Will there be a Sakuretsu Armor? Stay tuned to find out.
I mean, we won't have to stay too long. We'll see if one of these cards is hitting the graveyard. It's either going to be the one in the front or the one in the back, and it looks like it's the one in the back.
The Sakuretsu Armor, and it's going to be Solemn Judgment right away. So that's 4,000 life points. That's a hefty cost.
Taking out Knight Assailant.
And we're going to go ahead and send that thing right on to the next dimension. So the light and dark that are down
this
the
is what I'm talking about. I mean, this is the start that Ryan really needed for it to go through. Just pushing through his plays with the Solemn Judgment, sticking that Kaiku on the board to lock down the graveyard. Now banishing the light and the dark. There are 2 Thunder Dragons potentially in the hand. I mean, Ali could have done a weird mind game where he only searched 1, but we're gonna assume that there's 2 in the hand and 2 cards for Ali to play with versus Ryan's whole 5.
That'll be next level mind tactics if you just go ahead and search for 1. So the Tsukiyomi is the bane of this warrior deck's existence, able to clear a vast majority of a lot of the monsters that are available to the warrior strategy. So hitting the Kaiko, setting that, and then we're going to go ahead and see if we can clear out the Kaiko with the attack of the Tsukiyomi. Let's see if that goes through. And it will not. It will, in fact,
go through the Book of Moon. Book of Moon kind of fell out of favor for a lot of people. People just stopped playing it, but I'm always been a fan of this card. I think it's one of the most well-designed cards in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Just in general.
Yeah.
And I always feel safer when I have Book of Moon in my GOAT format deck.
It does a lot. It does a lot. It can protect you from dying. It can protect your cards from being taken. It can defend you sometimes in a pinch.
Can combo with your own stuff. It's very versatile in what it does just by flipping your dude's face down. And we're seeing it here. Just being able to get rid of this the Tsukiyomi attack. Ali doesn't have any back row to protect the Tsukiyomi, and the Mystical Swordsman is going to be able to walk over it. Now adding more pressure with the Donzalug.
Donzalug. Let's see how this goes. So now we got the Kaiku, the Donzalug. He's got the correct
card as well, so it's going to hit a good card.
It's going to rip something great. Watch this rip. Now you're about to prove the theory.
Well, it's got 2/3 a chance to hit a Thunder Dragon in this case.
Well, there is no way this Don's going to hit a Thunder Dragon. Guarantee you. I can guarantee right now, taking all bets, there is no way this Don's going to hit Thunder Dragon. This guy's got the swords. He's too well trained. Like I told you, here it is. Never mind. I was wrong. Okay.
All that build up for nothing.
Things do happen, but guess what? Maybe he's just trying to feed the Kaiku so he can banish more life.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad hit because the Kaiku's on the board and just can get rid of it. So, like, you're fine with hitting the Thunder Dragon here.
This is looking great for the Spice Man sitting in the blue corner. This is where you don't want to be. You never want to be down cards or advantage against this warrior deck because you are in a terrible, terrible spot. And they got the Bead Shaking Menace, Kaiku, the Ghost Destroyer, is sitting there stopping any potential chaos play you might have. And you got this level 2 Menace right here. You can't set anything. This is a terrible spot if you are the red corner. Fantastic
now,
spot.
This is where a Lightning Vortex would come into play, right? Just a big Lightning Vortex. Get rid of it here. Tribe Infecting Blast is probably the better rip, obviously, if Ali has it.
Tribe would be nice. Tribe would be great. Breaker isn't the worst card.
Breaker's not the worst card, but
Breaker's not the worst card.
There's a greedy line that you can take here if you just don't use the Breaker effect to pop that back row and instead try to attack the Kaiko, because the Kaiko is putting in a ton of work and is going to be able to clear that Breaker regardless.
It
might be the only thing that he has to do, yeah.
Because, opening Double Thunder is always pretty rough. Oh, he's going to just solemn it.
He just said
sensing weakness in the opponent's hand. He's just going to have to just solemn that right now. If he follows that up with a Snatch Deal into a Chaos... Snatch Chaos? Is that... Yeah, Snatch... Oh, never mind. No, you don't have it. He's still holding one Thunder Dragon.
Yeah, he's still holding the Thunder Dragon. Rough. I don't think he's got a Snatch Deal to work with, unfortunately. Ryan Spicer seeing the weakness in his opponent's hand.
He's just going to discard.
He's going to discard to shuffle his deck. What's he got left? Looking at the graveyard, he cannot banish a lightning.
Can't do it. You can't even do that. That's not even a thing you can do there. It's just a desperation joke. He's going to scoop. He's going to scoop with class, I suppose. That was a fancy scoop. All right, so Ryan Spicer still alive. Very impressive. The legendary duelist from long since time ago has returned again and is doing very well in this tournament. That is so impressive to me. I love to see that. All right, next match. Let's see. We're going to see.
We're going to take a look at LaBounty, right? Yeah. LaBounty and Mr. Man. Game 3 on the bubble. Mr. Man on that GOAT Control Warrior Hybrid. And LaBounty on the Pure Warrior. Book of Moon in the graveyard. Exile Force as well. Don's Lug and Breaker. Looking at some GOAT tokens in the main phase 2. This is game 3. Both players are at full life. Sinister Serpent in the graveyard for Mr. Man.
And I am in. I'm in now. I'm here. Okay.
What's ironic about this match is that LaBounty actually got a top finish at 2005 Nationals, like during actual GOAT format, with the deck that Mr. Man was playing.
I think this deck, this GOAT Control Warrior deck was huge. I followed the Italian game very closely. This deck was huge in Italy. It was a problem for a long time. And it never really kind of caught on in the United States game, or not the United States game, but just in the online game in general. It never really took off. But I think this deck is really, really good. It's a really good deck because it can cover a lot of the matchups. It can beat the turbo stuff with the warrior stuff, and it can kind of stall out the warrior stuff with the GOAT stuff. So I think it can kind of spread, but it hasn't been researched as much as it should. I think good deck. Bobby won
here. Yeah, Bobby Bodega won, as well as Shaggy Powers has won as well.
Shaggy Powers won. Oh, okay. I heard some other reporting that Shaggy Powers had lost to Don't Copy, but we're saying that Shaggy Powers won. Is that true? Somebody let us know.
Apparently.
Yeah, I might. We're hearing some mixed reportings. I'm not sure, but we'll find out. I'm sure it'll all get clear. It'll all get cleared up. Okay, so we are hearing, Shaggy Powers was defeated by Don't Copy, who's having a fantastic day. Shaggy does have some wonderful tiebreakers, so I still think that he can make the top cut of this event. He is having a great day with that Earth deck. I would love to see that come back in tomorrow. But speaking of Earth deck, we got another Earth Ninja DD Assailant Warrior type on the field, 1600 defense, getting Sakuretsu armored right now. Mr. Man's going to send that thing to the graveyard unless he can figure out a way to keep it going.
He's got to call the Haunted. That's how he's going to keep it going.
Bring it right back.
This man didn't get back the Sinister Serpent that was in the graveyard.
Probably just didn't do it. Said, you know what? I'm not going to deal with that. I don't need it. We're going to go ahead and MST that call the Hunter. Or Dust Tornado, not MST. What am I talking about? It's all good. I'm calling MST Dust Tornado. You know, you guys know the vibe.
They do the same thing, kind of.
Similar things.
One's a little bit better because it's limited to one. So that's how you know it's good, right? If it's limited.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, Bounty needs a big, heavy storm here. I mean,
we got Swords. Swords of Villain Light is up. Swords is a great card too. I think this is game 3. Swords is a strong card, slowing down this warrior aggression. And the King Tiger is down. Summon it to the field. TT be damned. I don't know if it's already been played, but TT.
This is an interesting card to side in for LaBounty because LaBounty has to contest with. I mean, it contests with the goats, but the other half of the deck is still just warrior guys. So like, it's easy for Mr. Man to just walk over the King Tiger with his warriors, especially if he flips up a decree, right? Because we saw Mr. Man earlier with decrees. He could just flip it up and say, okay, this back row doesn't matter. I'll just attack it with, like, well, I don't know, big guy. And then my goats are back online.
All right, so we got to reinforce the army that's being played here. Yeah, we got the DD Assailant. The DD Assailant is down. And it's going to see if we can kind of clear up some of these monsters that LaBounty has. He's going to attack the defense position Don. He's come after this Don several times, and all the attacks have been thwarted.
They just have not gone through.
He just will not kill this Don. He really wants this Don to be dead, and he just refuses to die. All right. Yeah, so LaBounty is going to draw 3 months on the field.
Yeah, these guys still got time. There's 15 minutes left in the round, but these guys actually have an extension. About 10 minutes or so they can play it at a more comfortable pace. It is still game 3 though.
Okay, but we got the Swords of Villain Light, so we got swords on swords action happening here. Second turn for Mr. Man.
Nobody's attacking right now.
The light is being revealed on all aspects of the play right now. There is no one even considering an attack. Mr. Man does get back that Sinister Serpent, and then it's going to go into main phase 1. Or not. Yeah, there we go. Main phase 1 is happening.
Yes. Finally, after a couple turns, sitting in the graveyard.
And we're going to set 1 and set 2 and throw it back over to the red corner. Red corner is going to add 1 turn to the Swords of Villain Light. This is the final turn for the blue corner Sword of Villain Light. So finally, we might be able to get some attacks going down from LaBounty onto Mr. Man at some point.
Yeah, the swords are up. Mr. Man has to now figure out. I mean, there's a lot of dudes on the board. He does have some guys set, but can't attack through. Has to figure out a way to get through to clear the monsters off the board without attacking.
That's gonna be rough. That's gonna be rough. Second turn. Let's see how LaBounty breaks it down. LaBounty is another legendary player. Has been playing this game for an extremely long amount of time. Back into the game. Got an invite last minute at the GOAT Grand Prix in New England, IRL style. So playing IRL, playing online, making a deep run in this event. Hopefully he can secure another top. At least he's trying to. And as I mentioned before, Mr. Man, very, very talented Italian player, IRL as well. So a lot of IRL players coming and showing their might on the online circuit, taking over.
I mean, all these players are hungry, but I think LaBounty really just wants to take a nice walk down to Scully's house, knock on the door, and say, "Give me that belt,"
and just have it. And just have that thing and flex on it. I want the belt. Give me the belt. I want the belt. You know what? Next year I'm gonna win the belt. I'm winning the title next year. I'm calling it now. I'm calling my shot. Nah, maybe next year. We'll see. 2025. I'll be there. We'll see. All right. So blue corner is going ahead into the standby phase.
Last turn for swords for LaBounty's end. After Mr. Man ends his turn, LaBounty not really needing to do anything. He has the board state with the guys up. Can't really attack in versus the back rows.
Oh, but now Heavy Storm might have something to say about that.
Yeah, the swords may have bought him a couple of turns to find this Heavy Storm. Ring of Destruction coming out, taking out the King Tiger. It's the biggest thing on the board. Chains? No chains for the rest of the rest of it here.
Let's see if more chains break down.
I don't think so. I think we're going through.
No.
Widespread Ruin is another tech card that you put in the Warrior Mirror match.
And he did have the torrential, so maybe a flip torrential blow up the situation might have been a play that could have happened.
Maybe he's valuing his GOAT tokens like a lot more than he should be. I'm not sure. I mean, it doesn't matter now because you can't use the torrential. It's in the graveyard. All 3 power traps, the ones that are limited here, gone. Or Mr. Man. I feel like that puts LaBounty at ease, knowing that he doesn't have to fight through those big board clear type cards.
Mm-hmm. And he could just come out and start and up in the titration on this aggression here. But I don't know. He's still kind of LaBounty doesn't just send it. He's a very meticulous player. I've watched him play a lot. I've seen his game up close, and
he doesn't. The
thinking man
Warriors player.
It is the Sinister Serpent.
Yeah, that Sinister Serpent gives him a little bit of resilience versus the Don Zalug. I mean, it's going to be a one in whatever he decides to end on right? Because he's going to put some cards on the board. I mean, he might not, but whatever he decides to end on, if the Sinister Serpent's still in the hand and the Don Zalug attacks, always a chance for the Don to hit that Sinister Serpent, lose a little bit of value there, but you still don't want this Don on the board to be trying to eat away at your hand.
Right.
This man's got to find something to do here because the board is in LaBounty's favor, even if Mr. Man has more cards than him on the right now.
Oh, and the Snatch
Steal's a big one.
Snatch Steal is a great card in this matchup. It is usually a +1. Sometimes it's a +2.
I mean, he can take out the Don Zalug here. LaBounty's going to think if he has to use a Sakuretsu armor that deals with both a monster and a back row, just for the cost of the snatch steal, like you were saying.
Yeah.
But deciding I'm going to lose the Donzalug instead. Can't use his own breaker again to break the snatch steal because the breaker already hit the board.
And he sets it up again and throws it back over to LaBounty. LaBounty jumps into the standby phase, thinks about it for a second, switches over to main phase 1 and duos instantly.
Ooh.
Huge duo here. Let's see if
did Mr. Man keep the Sinister in the hand?
We'll find out.
That's the question. We'll find out.
1 and 2. He did not. Interesting. It was the Kiko, the Ghost Destroyer, electing not to push for some maximum damage there.
Yeah, playing a little bit conservatively, but the duo punishing that.
Yeah. We get some shout outs in the comment section. Insidious, let's go. 6-1 record. Congratulations. That is Jinzo Dude 9. Shout out to you. Thank you for coming on production series. I really appreciate that. So he's shouting out Insidious. Very good showing by Insidious. But we are here with Mr. Man breaking down this board in the blue corner.
Yeah, super happy for Insidious here as he ends his day 1.
Oh,
most assuredly goes 1-2. Torrential Tribute is
into
decree.
Name that word from Mr. Man.
Oh my! No, this is game 3, so that is probably sided in, or maybe it's main deck.
No, he
I'm not
main
sure.
decks him.
Does he? Oh wow!
Yeah.
Okay. But this is game. I know this is game 3, so maybe he went Max Royal Decree. He's got some in the graveyard. He's got a series of traps as well. Oh my goodness! What a strange call. So 2 cards against a Snatch Stolen Breaker, Ninja Grandmaster, Set Sinister Serpent, Royal Decree, and Scapegoats. So what is
34 damage on the board as well? Would knock LaBounty down to
Blade Knight has got to be the way. If there's another Blade Knight in his deck, 100%.
It's the best card.
And it's a light, will activate. You gotta play it. Okay, so Blade Knight can literally solo turn this entire game right back around, and the Blade Knight is down. Okay, so what are we swinging on? He's hitting he's obviously going to go ahead and hit the Ninja Grandmaster for 200 damage. And getting that threat off the board too. Getting a nice plus here.
Now you put Mr. Man in an interesting position, because if Mr. Man could like attack with the breaker or something, like it's hard, because if you keep that breaker on, it just like keeps their opponent gaining life.
Oh,
Kinetic Soldier.
This is rough. Oh man, so that's a lot of damage. Kinetic Soldier's connecting for.
He's gonna take 1350, and then another 16 on top of this.
1350, and then we're gonna take 16. So that Snatch Steal, like you mentioned, Mascus, has been increasing LaBounty's life points, kind of putting him up enough to not die to that kinetic top deck. More damage, I guess. So
maybe he could have thought about flipping the Sinister and attacking with it, but I don't know.
I don't know if that's... So he's going to come in with this 1600 damage as well. LaBounty needs a Kaiko the Ghost Destroyer like right now. I think that's the card. Right BLS now would not be bad either. BLS would be a great card. Kaiko the Ghost. So he's got several outs that can help alleviate the pressure from the situation. Snatch Steal, BLS, Kaiko the Ghost Destroyer, Heavy Storm, Heavy Storm is gone. Heavy Storm is gone. So a lot of very live active cards coming from the red corner. Let's see if you can find one of those. If not, this game is over, as well as the tournament run, I believe, for the red corner. Let's see if you can find it. Thinking in main phase 1. Man, I've seen a lot of Kinetic Soldier. That card is on the rise, man. That card is coming back in a major way inside decks. A lot of people kind of wrote it off because it's not the right attribute, but man, that card is doing some damage to these warrior players.
Doesn't matter for Mr. Man, right?
Not at all.
He's just playing goats. He's playing meta, but he's still like, all right, if you're gonna fight me with warrior, I got you. I got the Kinetic Soldier. And came up here with big damage, being able to clear.
Ooh. Okay.
So he can get a 2-for here. Attack with the Kinetic Soldier, or attack with the tribe into the Kinetic Soldier. Now main phase 2, what's he decide to do?
Maybe he really values that card in hand. He's probably electing not to discard, or maybe he wants to continue to gain more life points. But It could be interesting. I don't know. This is a tight spot if you are.
It's possible. We're getting down to 5 minutes left, but these players have an extension, so about 15 minutes left for them specifically.
And I'm on the edge of my seat. I am. This is a riveting match.
They're both playing off the top of their deck, and I mean it's coming down to a crucial decision by LaBounty. He had the MST.
He played it in the battle phase.
Use it in battle phase. This is why MST is much better than the Dust Tornado, because you can use it like this. Battle phase MST from the hand, getting rid of the Snatch Steal. Gonna attack this face down. Knew it was the Sinister Serpent.
Knew and elected to attack into it. So now we got
there's two big monsters on the board.
That's it. What do we have here? Coming from Mr. Man. Metamorphosis would be quite huge, but still not game breaking like you would think. It is the Kaiko coming down
off the
big
top.
Big slam coming off the top. That is such a
huge rip, because this turns off any potential BLS top decks from LaBounty's end.
Goodness. Oh my. My goodness.
Another huge one would be Snatch Steal would be really big for LaBounty.
Snatch Steal is insane right here. If LaBounty can go ahead and draw this Snatch Steal, that will be huge. You need a juicy card. You're halfway through the deck. You got a lot of
LaBounty still has a lot of gas to play with. Mr. Man thinking on the next banish. I like the Exile Force here, because this means if he gets a Premature Burial, the Premature Burial would be able to out the Kaiku, and then he can just attack the token.
That's it.
Clear the board that way.
What is it? What do we have? It's a set. And switch to defense position and pass a set. And
another monster here for Mr. Man. Will this end LaBounty's run?
Ew.
And it's Tsukiyomi.
Tsukiyomi targeting the break of the Magical Warrior.
You need exactly a spell.
You need a Book of Moon right here. Book of Moon or bust. You got to be Book of Moon. And it is not. LaBounty is scooping. His tournament run ends here.
What an incredible series of top decks from Mr. Man.
Oh my goodness. It was the Solemn. Solemn Judgment was the top deck doing no work on with the Royal Decree being face up. Wow. What a day one, folks. What a day one.
That was such a nail biter. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that was our last game of the day. We are going to tabulate the results here, and we will be back with the final standings, but more importantly, the top 16 of our tournament. We're going to see on day 2 in a double elimination bracket, the top 16 players vie for the World Championship.
All right,
we'll be back.
Okay. We're gonna cut it
very shortly.
Okay. Oh, sick. All right, yeah, we're gonna bypass that because it shouldn't take them that long to calculate this. But again, this was a fantastically wonderful, awesome day of Go Format Yu-Gi-Oh! You guys hang on bated breath as we calculate and tabulate, figure out who's going to be top 16. But again, we're going to do a special shout out to all of our sponsors for this event. The biggest one, we're going to say MetaMats. MetaMats has been supplying all of the mats that we've been giving out so far this dueling season with the cool mats. I'm sure you guys have seen them on the website. You've seen pictures of them. Some of you are owners of these mats. Very cool. Very nice. I have one myself. They are great Yu-Gi-Oh! Dueling mats. So please check those guys out if you're thinking about buying a mat, if you're into that whole thing. Also, Jim, what they're doing, giving that deck box, giving up the bag, hooking up a lot of the dice. It's really cool stuff what they're doing over there too. So make sure you check out them and buy and hook them up, man, and tell them that goformat.com sent you. They are pivotal and vital to what we're trying to do, because we've noticed if people like to get prizes, then they might come and play the game. So it's a us help you, help us help them type situation. It's all going to be good, if that makes sense. Oh, it is Imperium. I forgot about Imperium. Imperium Duelist as well. I want one of those hats myself if I can get one. I like the way that hat. Like if you haven't seen it, it's like a little goat hat. So make sure you swing by them. Use our code. You can get some savings on there, probably like 10%. So if you want that anyway, I think I'm gonna use that and get one of those hats myself. It's cool. We are holding it down as they are tabulating the final round to see who's going to be in that top 16. We're going to be back here tomorrow. Also, like I said, those decks are released immediately following this. I'm going to I'm going to try to make a spice report, maybe a quick emergency spice report. I have that up so you guys can check that out. We will release those decks onto the website. So stay tuned to the Goat Format website and you can see those decks for yourself. It's so nice.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see not only the top 16 breakdown, but especially the top 16 players, especially all of the X and 2s who were fighting for their life, right? We saw a lot of the guys in the upper echelon, the people who are in X and 1, they were sitting comfortable, right? They wanted to win and continue to, stay focused, stay in that higher bracket there, stay in the higher seeding. And a lot of them did. A lot of them, like Insidious did, right? I believe AJ Team won his last match as well. I could be wrong on that one. But a lot of those guys who were sitting at X1 continue to sit at X1 and should be locked in for day 2. What is the most interesting here is who is going to bubble in to the top 16 at the X and 2 slot. And that is what I'm super excited to find out here, especially also the top deck breakdowns. I mean, who would have thought Shaggy Powers, Earth Aggro, X1 at Worlds top 16?
Well, he did.
Would you have guessed that?
He did go down. He did go down to don't copy. So he did go X2.
Oh, X2.
But still, he's on the bubble. He can make it. He can make it. I think Shaggy can make it into the top cut of this event. He has some great tiebreakers. He played some good people. He beat some good people who also beat good people. So maybe with that could be enough to propel the Earth Aggro deck into the finals of this event. It's a lot of turbo. There's a lot of warriors. We did anticipate that, but we did not anticipate so much go control. There's a lot of go control in the top of this event as well, to include Mr. Man, who is probably going to be in this in that bubble area. We got Pushin' P, Leo P, who is playing go control strategy, probably going to be in the top cut of this event. We got Geist D playing a go control based strategy in the top cut of this event. We got Insidious, who is on the bubble, is very close as well. No, he's in. I think Insidious is going to be in this event.
Oh, he's in.
Playing a control based strategy. So that is incredible. Oh my goodness. And his report coming in. Oh my goodness. It can't be so. It cannot be so. I'm not believing it that no, I'm saying again, 0 Rampage members has made it to the top cut of this event. Probably they all have X3 out of this event. I cannot believe it. That does not make any sense. My mind is blown. That is deceiving. I have no words. I have no words. Oh no. That is, I don't know. Oh man, what do you think about that, Mascus? What do you think about Rampage and their performance, putting all of their members in this tournament 2 years in a row? None of them making it to the top cut.
I feel bad for them because I mean they did a really good job last year getting into the top 8. LaBounty and John Wick making it in there for them. It's unfortunate, but it is how it is. That's Yu-Gi-Oh! That's GOATS, baby.
That's how it is. That is how it is. We will see. Oh, we got. Oh, never mind. Take that back. We got some false reporting. My reporting is incorrect because we got Mr. Moxie sitting at a comfortable 5-2, and he is repping the Rampage banner. I don't know why I'm sleeping on the 2-time. I don't know why I'm sleeping on the 2-time. I am sleeping on Moxie's, and I did pick Moxie's as one of my picks to make it to the top 8. I just didn't say it on the channel. I have it written down if you don't believe me. But he is still alive and well, and he is representing the Gorilla team. So shout out to Moxie's. We got some Ultra Instincts in here. We have some Bones in the building, I believe. There's a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Teams in here from the War League making appearances. I don't know, what did Alvarado win in this match, round 7?
I'm not sure exactly.
We're gonna find out. I'm not sure if you guys know out there in TV land if Alvarado is still going strong at a 2x2 situation. Please reach out to me and let me know. And we're gonna see if he's still alive, because that was my pick to win. Maybe I didn't want to jinx.
He actually lost to WZ.
Oh, so WZ is looking strong too. WZ is going strong. That's
WZ means second place last year.
Alvarado did not make it.
Yeah, Alvarado lost to WZ.
What about AJ Insane Hussein? Is he still alive at 2? Did he win?
Let me try to find that for you.
AJ Ice in his veins Hussein. I guess I can look this stuff up, but I'm telling you, me and Discord do not jive. I can go through these channels all day and I'll never find what I'm looking for. So I'm just relying on the chat and all the viewers to help me out because I absolutely am worthless in that regard.
Not seeing him here. I believe he'd reported, but I'm just not seeing it. It looks like he won his match against Soulmaster Matt.
Okay.
From what I can see.
So AJ Ice in his veins, Mr. Insane, dueling extraordinaire, is probably going to make the top cut of this event too. So that's looking pretty nice. That's looking pretty nice. I think that is a good. He's a really good player. He just doesn't play nearly as much, but he's a long time player. He's been playing IRL for several years, and now he's back in doing it well. So we got Shinuri out there. Hello, this is Flocky. Oh, what's up, Flocky? Is that really Flocky? Oh man, what's up, dude? How you living? Shout out to Flocky. Shout out to Team Solitaire, man. You guys gotta start putting some people in these events as well. Okay, so we're still waiting. We're still hanging on tough for the top cut to be released. It should be coming out soon. Shout out to the staff. I can't say that enough. Before we do shut this stream off, at some point we will have to. But shout out to the staff for the judges, TK, Calcifer for doing the Mantis for us, making that happen, and all the judges for being expedient and making that happen behind the scenes. There's a lot of people doing a lot of good work for this community that go unrecognized often. Lucas G, are you 5'2"? Lucas G, I know you're listening out there, Lucas G. Are you 5'2"? I can't tell. Aaron Schwartz, what's up? Thank you so much. We do appreciate it, and you keep being a part of it. We want to see you playing some goats too. All right.
Yeah, as we tabulate the results, just want to say thank you again to everybody watching, everybody supporting GoFormat.com, and not just today, but all year round. Whether or not you just were coming out and watching the streams, if you participated in the tournaments, if you subscribe to becoming one of our premium members, either through the Discord premium or through the Patreon, just know that all your efforts are appreciated, and without you guys and your support, none of this would be possible. So if you should give yourself a round of applause here. We're not over yet, of course. We still got another day of this left to go, but
and I'm telling you right now, Mascus, if tomorrow is if today is any indication of what tomorrow is going to be like, we are going to be in for a fantastic treat.
It's going to be madness is what it's going to be.
Insane. Today was, man, I've seen it all, man. We saw the Gatling. Okay. We saw the Abyss. Okay. We saw someone get decked out with Cyberjar. We saw the Earth come in. We saw it all. So this was a fantastic day of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm really thrilled to be a part of this. Oh man. Okay,
excited to be a part of this as well. We're all waiting with bated breath to this final stage.
Oh, everyone's walking. Everyone who's X2 right now is just pacing. I'm sure there's going to be some celebration. There's going to be some rabble rousing, and there's going to be some sad people eventually when these tallies are released. So stay tuned. It will be happening very soon. Let's see if we can get an update. I don't want to rush the process because if you just come in and start harassing people, it might just make it even worse. But we'll just let them do their thing, and they'll do it in a timely manner as possible. But if you're still watching with us, let us know what was your favorite part. If you've been tuning into the stream all day, let us know what your favorite part of this stream was. Favorite duel, favorite match. Who do you think is going to win? Who do you think is going to top? Who do you think is going to be on the bubble to get put out of this thing? What X2 you think isn't going to make it? Let us know. We want to hear from you guys because I only know so much, and you guys know more than I. Alvarado paid for the turbo sins in one of those games with those bricks. That is true. I don't know. He has some bad bricks, man. Turbo will brick. Unless, when I'm playing it briefly, when I'm not playing it, they get that pot. Grace will do all that stuff, and they just start looping face on me when it's my opponent. But when it's me, yeah, I'll break pretty hard, Yeah, that is. So I got the word. Okay, let's go. Everyone's liking the Warriors. The Warriors in the building. Early on. Moxie's Warrior player that's left. Ryan Spicer can make it. Ace is still in. Ace is doing very well. No one picked Ace. Ace is a good player. Ace not one. It's Moxie's. Oh, there is. I forgot to mention that there is a Go Format fantasy draft. Okay, that did take place. It happens every year. It is ran by Insidious. He puts that together, and it's a lot of brackets got busted, but there's a lot of brackets that came to life. Moxie picked Ace to go deep in this tournament, and I think he picked himself as well. I'm not sure, but I think that's looking pretty live. All right.
My team did very poorly.
Ooh. Who's your number one pick?
Delinquent.
Yikes.
He's my number one pick last year too.
And it worked out that time.
Well, I didn't win last year, but I did pick the world champ, and I was trying to do the same, but none of my picks really turned out how I thought they would go. But it's all right. It's just a fun little side event that we like to do in the community here. Very low stakes investment for it.
It's nice, and we are waiting. We are getting. I think the crowd is starting to turn. We want the top cut. I'm getting some violent messages about the top cut, and people want to see that now. Okay, they want. I've done everything I could to do my song and dance to get to buy time, but they want that top cut, and they want it right now. So, without further ado, I'm not sure where it's at. It's being published. Oh, so shout out to Calspray. He's telling it's being published right now. It should be coming out. Okay, the top cut.
Oh boy.
Here it is. Everyone hold your breath.
Oh my gosh.
The top cut for this event. Oh.
Let's read them down.
Let's go, Matthew.
Finishing first overall. No undefeateds in this event. But finishing first overall, Geist D. Again, one of the last players to qualify, finishing first. Finishing second, AJT BLS. Finishing 3, Leo P. Huncho. Finishing 4, J4D. Finishing 5th, Insidious. 6th, Don't Copy. 7th, Dingo Sig. Another top 8 for Dingo Sig, by the way. I mean, not top 8 just yet. He's going in the top 16, but finished in the top 8 overall. Only second person to repeat a day 2 here, I believe. Actually, no, not a second person to repeat a day 2. Big Llama at 15. Anyway, Ace at number 8. Richie 97 at number 9. Shaggy Powers.
Let's go, Shaggy with the top cut in the 10th spot.
11th,
nice.
AJ Hussein.
Oh, Ice in his veins, Hussein at number 11. Okay.
12 is Dark Magician. 13th, Mr. Man. 14th, Ryan Spicer. 15th, like I said, WZ Big Llama 67. And the 16th place, Bobby Bodega.
Oh my goodness, Bobby Bubble is...
Moxies and Lucas, despite winning their last matches, still did not make it into the top 16. Juve 89 also losing out as well there.
And listen,
no Rampage players, right, in the top 16?
That's true.
None of them.
Bobby Buckets has bubbled out so many times. I am so happy to see him get in at the 16th slot of the top of the Worlds event. That is incredible. UI is represented heavily with 3 players finishing in the top cut of this event. Please, University of Instincts, please stand up. I love it. Ultra Instinct in the building, baby. Yu-Gi-Oh! Dueling Team. Let's make it happen. All right. Okay.
What an incredible top 8. We've got, or top 16. I'm sorry. I'm so used to saying top 8. But we've got, the perennial player of the year, AJT BLS.
Yes.
All-Star Geist D. two people who top 8'd last year's event in Dingo Sig and WZ. WZ got second in last year's event as well. One of the last chance qualifiers, Dark Magician, running in here as well. The legend, Ryan Spicer, finishing 14th.
Which and is then, a great story. I love that
some
story.
Of the grinders are here as well, like Insidious, obviously. Don't copy.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible players from the GGP scene, Rishi 97 and Mr. Man, topping as well.
Wow. What a crazy.
And don't forget Ace. Don't sleep on Ace, another one of the War League players, having an incredible performance this weekend. Let's see if, it's like you've been alluding to before, it's sort of a new tournament day too, right? I mean, if you had any penalties from before, those will carry over. However, if your finish here, like you don't want to finish in 16th because that means you got to play against the person who finished first. But it's a double elimination bracket. It's a brand new tournament. It kind of doesn't really matter that much because, the difference between like a 16th best player here and the first best player here, it's not that big. They're all qualified for the World Championship. They've all had to top and finish at a high level to even get here in the first place. So
100%.
It's not that big of a difference. I'm so excited to see, not just, day 2 is going to be incredible. We've got tons of incredible players that we're going to be able to follow tomorrow, but we're also going to be posting their deck lists later tonight. So if you go over to goatformat.com, if you join up on our Discord, you should be able to see all these lists. We'll get a breakdown basically of the top 16. And I can't wait to see what these decks are. We know a couple of them already. Obviously, the big one, Shaggy Powers, finishing X2 at 10th place here with that Earth Beatdown deck. I'm excited that Insidious, doing so well with like the GOAT controlled chaos control strategy. I think Geist D was on a GOAT controlled strategy as well.
Mm-hmm.
So the GOATs and the metas, I'm a big fan of those. Dingo Sig was on like Bazoo Return, right? He was definitely on one of those return decks.
That's right. Playing return deck as patent pending as it is.
But then we got Warriors, tons of Warriors here. AJT, BLS we saw. Ryan Spicer switching over to the Warriors as well. And of course, a lot of these players, turbo players. always going to see some turbo players.
Of course, you'll never not see turbo, but it's not nearly as many in the top cut as I had anticipated. But okay, this is a great day. I had such a blast. Thank you, Mascus, for doing this with me. I appreciate it. I enjoyed it. Thank you, Planshies, as well. If you're still listening out there, Planshies, thank you so much for being here with me too, and Mascus, and I'm here with you. We're all here together. It was a blast, and thank you all for out here in the viewers out in the world watching. I appreciate that, and everyone who liked the video or liked the stream and shared the stream and talked about it, commented. We really appreciate you guys doing that. It means a whole bunch.
Yeah, and like I said, we're not done. Tomorrow is day 2. 11 a.m. Eastern. Be back here on Twitch, twitch.tv/goatformat, on YouTube, youtube.com/goatformat. We will be here to go over the top 16 bracket. That's right, 15 hours from right now. I want to see your butts back in your seats. I want to see you in the chat typing, let's go AJT, let's go Shaggy, whoever you want to vote for. Let's go Ryan Spicer. Let's go Bobby Bodega. I want to see you guys back here. I want to see who's going to be the next world champion. That's right. We're going to get a new world champion. Will Europe continue the dominance that they've had on the format, right? All 3 of the GOAT format world champions have been from Europe. 3 different European countries, but all European players. Will North America finally take the reins? Will a Canadian duelist or will an American duelist win the world championships here in GOAT format? There's a lot of Americans in the top 16, some Canadians as well.
And and just another fun fact. I just read something. I love reading these comments and reading the Discord what people have to say. But the 2 last chance qualifying players The guy who got, or not the last chance qualifier, but the people who got their invites last, the two last people to qualify, are in the top cut of this event. That's crazy.
It's wild. And one of them finished first overall. So like,
that is crazy.
You only need the one invite. I mean, again, shout out to AJT BLS, perennial player of the year, regardless of this result. Like if he would have, didn't make the top 16. He was a favorite to make the top 16 here, like we've been saying all day. But even if he didn't, he was on a tear this entire season. Him and Ivan Rizzuto kind of depended on like how they fell in the World Championships here, on who was going to be declared the player of the year for pride points that we're doing right now. But like, yeah, shout outs to him. Obviously crushing it this entire season, but it only takes one invite. You don't need to be out here getting 7. I mean, it's impressive that you get 7. But all you need is the 1.
I don't know. We'll see.
And right. like we said before, we'll see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern sharp. We will be back for the top 16 10 hours from now. 15 hours from now. I can't do math. Anyway, if you want to see the top 16 deck list, go over to goatformat.com, keep clicking refresh on the page, or if you're not already, go over to Discord and join our Discord from goatformat.com. Again, www.goatformat.com. If you're not in the Discord, what are you doing? Why are you not in our Discord already? You'll get all the update information if you join our Discord up, or again, if you head on over to our website, refresh the page. The top 16 deck list should be going up quite soon. Have the metagame breakdown from there as well. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see everybody tomorrow. JDZ, what do you got to say?
I have no words. I am so pleased and thankful for the way that this event went down. I saw everything I wanted to see. I am just loving it. So I'm going to do everything I can to get these decks out as quick as I possibly can. A huge thank you to everyone who helped behind the scene. I can't say that enough. And thank you all for watching and being a part of this. It means so much to me. I love this game, and I love being a part of this, and I love being here to do this for you guys. So thank you all so much, and I can't wait to be here tomorrow to do this whole thing over again. Tomorrow, we will have a Go Format World Champion for 2022, the biggest and best and brightest one so far. So I'm ready for it. I'm so excited to see who it's going to be, which 16, who is going to be. You make sure you let us know in the comments as well, and we're going to make it happen. So